A plot diagram is a graphical representation of the plot of a story. A story plot diagram is a line graph of story's events, with the story's beginning on the left and continues toward the right, ending with the story's conclusion. The plot of a story is the unfolding sequence of events. The 6 parts of a story are exposition, conflict, rising action, climax, falling action, and resolution. These 6 elements break down into 3 chronological segments. Each segment is usually comprised of 2 elements. The beginning contains the exposition and establishes the story's conflict. The middle contains the rising action and the story's climax. And the conclusion, which contains the falling action and resolution. Exposition in a plot introduces the story's setting, mood, the main character, supporting characters, and time. Character development happens during this part of the story. Conflict is the problem, crisis, challenge, dilemma, or obstacle presented to the main character. The rising action is a sequence of solutions to the conflict that the main character tries. It is all the events leading to the turning point of the story. It can be identified by increasing tension, emotion, difficulty, or challenge. The climax of the story is the peak of the excitement, the moment when the story changes, a turning point. The main character and the problem is resolved. The falling action is all the plot points wrapping up, the consequences of the climax, and reflection on the changes in the main character. It can be identified by decreasing tension and approaching resolution and relaxation of emotion. The resolution is the plot's end. Whether that resolution is a happy ending or sad ending, fun or frightening, satisfying or unsatisfying. The resolution might tie up loose ends or leave important elements of the story unresolved. Let's take the simplest of tales, Little Miss Muffet, to practice constructing a plot diagram. Here is the original nursery rhyme. What is the story's beginning? Who is the main character? What is the setting? At the story's beginning, we are introduced to Miss Muffet, who is sitting on a tuffet eating cottage cheese. In the rising action, what conflict does our main character face? She must deal with the arrival of a spider. The climax of the story is how our main character solves her problem. Miss Muffet's solution to her conflict is to run away. The conclusion of the story is abrupt. Miss Muffet left. Little Miss Muffet is not a complicated story, yet we can diagram its plot. With this short story, we see that our graph looks like a triangle. The story plot makes a pyramid shape with an even amount of story on either side of the climax. For pieces more complicated than a simple nursery rhyme, the story's divisions may not be equal. The rising action may consume much of the story, moving very slowly toward a climax in the story's middle. The middle part may take up more of the total story. The ending may be very brief. This means the plot diagram is no longer symmetrical.